Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Lego The Lord of the Rings. Let's continue the story.
I have left instruction. The people are to follow your rule in my stead. Long may you defend Edoras, if the battle goes in.
We must ride light and swift. It's a long road ahead. And man and beast must reach the end with the strength to fight.
I just
Little hobbits do not belong from warm Lastimeria.
want to know if that
It is
female
a 3-day gallop to
daughter
Minas Tirith, and
was
none
in
of my
the books
riders
at
can
all.
bear you as a burden. I will say no more.
Because I know the movie added like a female elf. I'm surprised it didn't add someone else too. So, we ride. Where do we ride? We ride from the level with the ghost people, and we'll just, I guess, come down this mountain. This is about the worst design I've ever seen in game. This is a ADA compliant ramp here, if I've ever seen one. ADA is the American Disabilities Act for people in wheelchairs, and so some people just very limited in space or just very unkindly, since there's rules for the wheelchairs ramps as far as the angle but not really the length. You can make things like this that would have most people in wheelchairs completely worn out by the time they got to the top of it. It's ridiculous, and it makes it inconvenient also for just normal people, because now they're running back and forth in ramps. So yeah, but just in video game, it's ridiculous. It's like, why would you do this? Why in the world would you do this? Why not start somewhere over here and have a path that just rounds up to that point? It feels very last second added. Anyways, let's get to the level. But terrible design there, just awful. Is this one of these things? No, it's just the statue. I thought that was one of the map statues. So I guess we're going to a battle. Now, yet another big battle. As soon as we get past this load screen, and then we'll go to a cutscene, I'm sure. Are we to the final big battle? I think we might be.
Prepare for battle!
Are they attacking the same castle, or is this a different castle that the Orcs are attacking now?
Send these foul beasts into the abyss!
They're gonna throw a piano at 'em. Poor pig. That guy gets his own name, but we haven't seen him in the story before, I don't think. So,
Aim for the trolls!
I think we're like 3 levels from the end of the story, and we just introduced this character.
Your soldiers of Gondor, no matter what comes through that gate, you will stand your ground!
Apparently those guys are very smart, they just stepped on the same guy. that's a gross looking eye. I will say, some of these cutscenes look really good,
Whatever happens, stay with me.
and some of them don't look as good. They look choppy in the frame sometimes.
Ride the ruin!
He just got all the spears. It seems like the girl is snuck into the battle after all. Although a battle this big, I don't think that's really gonna turn the tide. Alright, we got another one of these. Now we're throwing spears, which is fun. I could have done with a couple more. Am I controlling my direction I'm going? I don't think I am. Hit the elephants here. I bet there's collectibles all in this level. They're just all hidden in things at the end. This is a good way for Lego games, in my opinion, to try and have large battles. They kind of lack the actual ability to do that. We are kind of going in circles. I can stop hitting X. If I hit Y, I can't switch to the guy with the sword behind me. But I imagine that would be what would be happening if two players are playing right now. They release a mouse that scares the elephant, which is a true thing. Elephants are scared of mice for some reason. We're not sure why. Maybe they know they caused it. The wing race are still around. They never really even did anything to try to fight them or defeat them, and they were the original bad guys.
I will kill you if you touch him.
Do not come between the Nazgul and his prey.
So what do we have here? Looks like some down horses, which is kind of sucky. There is an argument here. It's like, this is a little too violent for a Lego game. The story is just by default. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, the head gets spinning and then I hit the dragon on the head a couple times. 3 times for one attack, and then I'll probably have to do it 3 more times the second time, and then 3 more times the third time. For a total of 9 actual attacks. I don't know if it's in canon that these creatures would have this ground attack that uses some kind of dark energy. We've seen several creatures able to do that. The Balrog was able to do that. It's probably added to the game's sake. It's the right move to do something like that and have better battles. It's a pretty drastic change though to go from the horse racing around fight to now in this tiny circle arena and fight this downed dragon that can barely even maneuver itself. It's moving a little to the left and a little to the right, and that's it. Hitting it with the sword does nothing. In fact, I don't think anything will happen until I pick up little orcs. Ogres or orcs. What's the difference between an ogre and an orc? Actually, I think the orcs are not ogres. I think ogres have one eye and a cyclops. I'm not sure there were any ogres in the Lord of the Rings. That's another thing where the true fans will let me know in the comments. Oh, they actually chopped his head off. Wow. This feels like a battle that should have happened, like, in the first story. In the Fellowship of the Ring. It feels very much like that should have been something we did to come back to these guys. Okay, so I guess I'm trying to get them to hit me here with this weapon. So it gets stuck. There we go. And then I can hit him. Makes sense. A little bit. But for a little kids game, it probably wouldn't be too bad if after a while it just pops up a instruction saying, get his weapon stuck in this point. Of course, they did have the little yellow arrow pointing at it, right? So even at the beginning they were helping pretty good. Puzzles in boss battles are usually the worst puzzles. Because you have this guy that's usually capable of hurting you. He's sitting there attacking you while putting pressure on you while you're under pressure to figure out what's going on. Alright, so that was 3. So now can I just hit him?
Fool. No man can kill me. Die now.
I am no man.
Again, I don't really believe this character existed in the story at all. Which kind of means that fight either didn't take place at all in the story, or it took place with different characters.
Come on, you sea rats! Get off your
That
ship!
I'd really like to know that. I need to go watch the movies. I should have watched the movies before I played the game, totally. That would have made sense. It was just not worth it. I didn't have the time to commit to it. Busy schedule of playing video games for YouTube. So the battle continues in this cutscene. Are we gonna get any more of the game, or is this just gonna be the end of the level? Shock me at this point if it was the end of the level, but alright, we have 2 more elephants to beat, and we are right back to the prologue now. So shoot those 2. If I get these things into the elephant, now jump up. Did I make it all the way up? Where am I? I didn't even see what was going on there. That's a little confusing. And he just shoots the poor elephant in the head. It's not like the elephant had a choice in the matter. Who are these guys in the red armor? Are they humans or are they orcs? Now, after tapping X, I'll have to climb this way. I'm just gonna slice him in the head too. No, I don't think I've ever seen a story where there was an animalistic creature that just loved to fight for armies. It was, I don't know, some kind of mercenary or something. They are always, as in the real world, forced or trained to do it, and not given much of a choice. So now we have more elephants to take care of. So we took out 2 before. I bet we take out 3 now and then 5 later. Just standard Lego repetitive. Lego games are always a little repetitive, but this one is not even that. Actually, this game is just light. Instead of being repetitive, it's just non-existent. Here is one example of it being repetitive, but many other times it's just missing. I would much rather the levels have run around the same areas a couple times with different challenges and puzzles, and that's something they really don't ever do. They don't usually have a system in which you'd be in the exact same place twice, but there'd be different things going on. And I think a little bit to their detriment, if I was to guess. That didn't work. If they in all their games had used areas a couple of times with different events happening and different Lego things to break, that would be probably save them some production time, have a little bit longer games in these few instances where they need longer games. Usually they don't need longer games. What is going on here? I can hit that. It's giving me hints now because it thinks I've figured it out, which is true, I have figured it out. I think I'm gonna wait here until this one turns around. There's a guy on fire, which might be the one if I can apparently I just picked up an item. A hat or something? No. See, and it starts to stumble. Hurry up. I'm just tapping A, and it's like not working. Let's take out these guys. But what am I supposed to jump to? Am I supposed to jump to the... Jump here, jump back this way? Oh, I see. I see what I'm supposed to grab the rope. Come over here and jump up to this, and then get in into this cutscene. Not very smooth here. And then do this into this cutscene. And kill the poor elephant. And is it gonna give me 5 more to do? I hope not. That would suck. That was a little too long of a challenge in itself. Giving me more work would be unwelcome.
My body is broken. Eowyn.
We really haven't had
Frodo
enough
has
characterization
passed beyond my sight.
Sauron
for
had
that
ring, we
character.
would know it.
10,000 orcs now stand between Frodo and Mount Doom.
He needs time. We can give him that.
How?
Then we gather our full strength and march on the Black Gate. A diversion.
Certainty of death? Small chance of success. We're waiting for it.
So yeah, the main human king dying, King Theoden, there, we really didn't have enough characterization with him for that to be a super tragic character. Now I did speculate that the second row was the only row that was going to unlock. Maybe we'll get 2 more characters. We can see there's only 2 more characters to unlock. Anyways, and I think there's 2 more levels, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's only 1 more level. It feels like there should be 2. It feels like there should be a level in which all of one group attacks the Black Gate and we get yet another big battle. And then we have to do Frodo and Sam still. And at a certain point I think Sam leaves again, but because LEGO games always have co-op play, you can never really have levels with just one character. That is another issue with LEGO games, that they tend to need to figure out a way around, and I'm not sure. They've been dancing around figuring out a solution that actually works there, but they've managed to dance for quite a few years doing that. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. I hope that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.